So, do you guys often watch something like One Punch Man, maybe Sword Art Online, No Game No Life, Overlord, and it's done in 12 episodes and you're like, well, what do I do now? Well, don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I got you covered. Today I'm doing a top 3 anime list for long-running, super amazing anime shows that are very underrated. So maybe you haven't seen these before or haven't heard of them, but they're super good. Just not a lot of people watch them. A lot of people are more focused on the more general and mainstream anime like One Piece or Fairy Tail, which have been dragged on for so long and filled with so much filler that it's come to the point where it's not even enjoyable anymore. So what I'll be showing you guys today are 3 really amazing shows that have a decent amount of content, so anywhere between 144 to I think like 230 episodes, so there's a lot to watch, and they're really fun and really enjoyable. They're actually, all 3 of them are in my favorite anime, so they're all really amazing. I think we can jump into the video. The first one we'll be taking a look at is Kyo Hitman Reborn. So this is an anime show following Tsunoyoshi Sawada, who discovers that he's the next in line to become the boss. The author actually started off as a gag anime, so the entire anime and manga were supposed to run on comedy primarily, and so the anime is supposed to revolve around their interaction with a bunch of different classmates and people in their lives. It was primarily a gag manga at the beginning, and the author decided that he would switch it to actually become a shonen anime and revolve around fights, and later it does develop to become one of the best shonen anime. I just want to mention that you guys should keep in mind that at the beginning it was a gag manga, so the beginning of the anime you may see more jokes and comedy and stuff like that, but it will completely pick up and there's going to be tons of action and adventure and really awesome fight scenes. So just as you're watching this, keep that in mind. So at the beginning of the anime show, Reborn teaches Tsuna by shooting him with the dying will bullet, which allows him to be reborn as a stronger self to execute his dying wish, and then eventually become stronger and more confident, and together they become a family, and they all become stronger and they go on a bunch of different adventures, and each of the characters develops different powers. So we have a swordsman, and Tsuna can use flames, and there's a bunch of different really cool powers. Overall, the anime has a huge collection of really interesting characters. Although the beginning is a little bit slow, it develops very quickly and becomes extremely enjoyable, so I highly recommend it to anybody looking for a nice shonen anime with tons of comedy, great action sequences, and amazing fights, and also awesome characters. Alright, so second on our list is Belzebub, and this is another shonen anime that has only 60 episodes. But it still has more than enough content to keep you guys interested for a long time. So Belzebub is an anime show about a first-year student at a school for juvenile delinquents. And the story follows Tatsumi Oga, who's a first-year student at Ishima High. And it starts with him telling his best friend a strange story about how he found a baby. One day while he was doing laundry by the river, he saw a man floating downstream. Oga pulled him to shore, but the man split in half, revealing a baby boy inside. So although this may sound a little weird and a little confusing, the baby turned out to be the son of the great Demon King. Oga had been chosen as the one to raise him, along with the baby's maid, Hilda. The anime mainly revolves around Oga trying to raise this child while he's enrolled in school. And the early chapters, again similar to the first one, Kyo Hitman Reborn, it's mainly a comedy, and then later the shonen develops, so you have to give it some time to develop. Make sure to watch the first few episodes and really get a good feel for the anime. So Oga is already very strong, but in the anime he becomes even stronger with the addition of the Demon King's baby. I found the anime show really great because it had a ton of comedy, but at the same time the action scenes were awesome and Oga is completely overpowered. And together they go on crazy adventures and they meet different characters, and it's really awesome to watch them grow and develop, and later on they become super strong and overpowered, which is completely awesome. Okay, so it's time for number 1 on our list, and that is Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is an anime show with something like 144 episodes. And it's really amazing because of the characters, and I think that's a characteristic that makes this one of my favorite anime of all time. The first character that I got super invested with was Killua, and you really see him come out on episode 7. So I do want to say that the beginning can be seen as a little bit slow, but if you get all the way up to episode 7 and you get a you end up getting a little glimpse into Killua's power. And the next arc directly after getting the Hunter license is a whole arc developed to Killua's backstory and his family and his assassination, and I found that super interesting, and that's why I continued the show. And then later I developed a huge liking towards Killua, but not only Killua, all the other characters. You get to see Kurapika in the next arc as he interacts with the Phantom Troop and fights to get revenge for his defeated clan. And I think that this anime became so popular with me because it was one of the first anime shows I'd ever watched, and I was completely engrossed in the story. I binge watched all 144 something episodes, and it's just super amazing. So I think this anime was so important to me because I watched it as one of my first anime shows, and because of that I can rewatch it countless times, and each time it just gets better and better. So back to the story, it focuses on a young boy named Gon Freaks who discovers that his father, who was told his dad, is actually alive and one of the most powerful hunters. So Gon decides to take the hunter exam and become a hunter, and he wants to see why his father gave him up. And along the way he meets a bunch of different friends and they go on an adventure, and although their paths diverge initially, they all come back together, and it's really amazing to see how each of them develops. What makes this anime really special is the aspect of Nen. So each character develops unique powers based on Nen, which is the ability to control one's own life energy or aura. Nen users are classified into 6 types. So there's enhancers that can strengthen themselves, emitters who can project their aura, manipulators who can control objects, transmuters who can change properties of their aura, and conjurers who can create objects. So what's really nice about this is each character is in different categories, and there is no Nen user that has the exact same power. So we get to see all the characters with distinct and unique powers, which is very nice. I do want to say again, one of the most amazing things in this anime show is the friendship between Gon and Killua, and throughout the show it develops continuously, and it's just really awesome to watch as they develop a really deep and special bond. Overall, Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite anime of all time and number 1 on this list. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and comment below. I do want to say that this is going to be a little bit of a test because every time I've tried to upload a top 10 anime list, it has been taken down for copyright infringement. So hopefully this video will stay up. I do want to say that there is no copyright intended on anything. And thank you guys for watching.